the late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. Of course, today's Saturday, but we haven't done Monday to Thursday Bitcoin Daily because vacation and stuff with kids in Legoland in Denmark. But right now I'm back, so I'm a little bit excited to do these videos again. So I wanna continue doing it. So 3 minutes late, not on the dollar and a couple of cents, man. Dollar and a couple of cents. Who is in the chat right now? Vishal, how you doing, man? Welcome. Kata is in the chat. Good morning. Phillips, learning heaps from you. Thank you. There you go. It's all about learning. It's all about learning the charts, man. It's all about learning the charts. Good morning, Giorfi. How you doing, man? Tisverbund. Morning. How you doing, man? Vinal. Hello. Amar. Hello, TLA. Rachel Army. Let's go. Let's go. Snood is in the chat. Good morning, man. Sagar Kate. Hi, TLA. Vinet. Andy Lou, we are on the dollar, let's pump, yeah, let's pump, Sagar. Liru Juris, hey, how you doing, man? Walid, like you, thanks, man. Hit the like button, no, don't hit, doesn't matter. Hit the like buttons, guy, hit the like button. Hit the like button if you want good spirits to come to you. Hit the like button. Good morning, all. 2 a.m. got my coffee. Lol. I got my coffee as well, so I'm ready to go. Whoa, he's alive. Morning, TL. Glad you are back. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good morning, Ilvi. How you doing, man? Trading today, definitely. We're gonna try. We did a trading session yesterday. Unfortunately, the price was moving a little bit slow, so we didn't hit any kind of entry points that we want to hit, unfortunately, and there was no trading. But there was a trading stream though. Dobro jutro today. Dobro jutro. Kako si? Like now, there we go. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm looking at Sandbox up here because somebody liked my video from up here. I'm gonna show you up here. So somebody liked the video just right now. So I was like, hey man, who's liking my video from? This was from December or something like that. So if you go on the video, so if you go to the video up here, let's do it on this part over here. So if you go to the video, I was just checking, I was doing a video that was on the 24th or something like that, 25th. Let's go up here to the video, and somebody liked my video. It's an old video. It's from November 25th, 2021, when I was did the Sandbox reach the top up here, and I was explaining how, was this the top. This was from November 25th. Now, if you look at November 25th, this is my 3rd, 4th, 25th. Up here 25th, right up here did reach the top. We are talking about how might have reached the top and needs to have a pullback maybe after that move towards the upside, but we did call the top even on the Sandbox up here over here when we were exploding towards the upside. I thought it was just funny that somebody almost half a year and more somebody's liking my videos for way back in the Telegram chat. So I was just checking that out. So today we're gonna talk about Bitcoin, of course, what's happening there. We're gonna look at a little bit at the DXY, closing on the downside. We're gonna look at a little bit on the Dow Jones and the S&P and how they are doing in 40% from yesterday long entry AVEX. Nice, very nice. Dobro jutro, Sal. Dobro jutro, M21 Photo. How you doing, man? So we're gonna check out just a little bit what's happening right now. This is a 2-day chart over here. Over here you can see here we're hitting the 50 moving average on the 2-day chart. So this is some kind of important resistance to take note of, but we are not exploding towards the upside and hitting the resistance and having to move towards the downside. So over here we just might get a consolidation and pump towards the upside again. So we're gonna see how this actually is gonna play out. Now the biggest news right now is that we have it's still not on the chart. Still not on charts on the 4. So this is daily, 2-day to 4-day. There we go. Right now the biggest thing news right now is that we have the last supermoon of the year. These 3 supermoons are full moons, and full moons are pump moons, but they are not just regular full moons. They are super moons, and super moons means that they are closest to the earth, so they are very big and huge on the sky. So if you managed to look at the moons yesterday or day before that, you will see that they are, you know, larger than normal, larger than normal. So these super moons are usually very, very bullish for whatever reason. You know, they are sentiment indicators on the chart, and when these things happen, the sentiment turns bullish, and so forth, so forth. So I've been calling that, we've been saying that once these three happen, this is gonna be some kind of bottom up here. Right now we can actually explode towards the upside. It looks very good. We are also been saying that, you know, accumulation phase is gonna last, you know, 3 to 6 months. Right now we've been, you know, in this accumulation phase around the 2 months time. Are we gonna go low with the 15k, 10k? I don't know, guys. I don't know if that's gonna happen. You know, we're just following chart of, you know, everything right now looks nice. Yesterday's Bitcoin daily, we've been talking about how on the long term chart, like weekly, monthly time frame, everything looks set up like some kind of button. Everything looks set up for more movement towards the upside. I think we need to look for long positions all over the way. There will be no shorting ever again. Doesn't matter how long. So any kind of pullback needs to be longed, and you know, everything looks fine. Everything looks good. So right now we are getting this last third moon up here that's gonna last for a couple of weeks right now. So you know, at least the next, you know, I mean, number one, you know, long-term charts, weekly, monthly looks bullish, so that's good, right? We got a supermoon on the charts for next 2 weeks, so that's bullish. There is no way I'm gonna short anything right now in the next 2 weeks, literally no way. So I'm definitely looking for more movement towards the upsides, and you know, we're gonna see how that's actually gonna play out. Supermoon taking us to 28k. Yeah, we are looking at that. We are looking at morning moons. I doing Drake UK. Supermoon say Bitcoin from capitulation. That's how I'd like to see it as. Now we are back in God mode. Yeah, we are back in the God mode. Benjamin made bear versus bull video. Yeah, somebody actually talked about it. I actually saw that there is this page called Tech Investor in Norway, and this is a Norwegian page for tech, you know, for Norway. And I remember somebody actually today, somebody made a post and posted the video about the Benjamin making the bears versus bull video, and I just made a small comment to that post saying that I don't like actually watching Benjamin Coleman. You have to understand that Benjamin Coleman, I started watching him and he had like 30k subs, like so when nobody knew about Benjamin Coleman, you know, I started watching him, and his big thing was, you know, lengthening cycles, right? He was talking about lengthening cycles, it's gonna be this and that and yada yada yada. And we know that, you know, Bitcoin is a 4-year has 4-year cycles, because it's not Bitcoin cycles are not based on sentiment or something else. Bitcoin cycles are based on the software that it's programmed to, right? So it has the, you know, these 4-year cycles, right? Now, he has been a big proponent of the lengthening cycles. Unfortunately, lengthening cycles failed, and he even admitted they failed. But he still talk about regression lines, you know, logarithmic lines, on-chain data and stuff like that. And there is definitely some gold nuggets that you can get from that. But is one thing that he was famous for, that he became big for: lengthening cycles theory failed. So, you know, I don't watch that much Benjamin Cohen. He does have some nice charts from time to time, but you know, I think it's more or less useless to, you know, to watch. He gives good hopium to people, and you know, but you know, we already know where the bottoms are, we already know where the tops are. Like why do I want to watch him? We already know where the liquidity grabs are, we already know how the market moves, the sentiment, we already know about the moons. If Benjamin Cohen starts talking about the moons, we're gonna talk about the moons. How's your challenge going? Not that well, but you know, we are still up, you know, but we haven't been making profits like for months or something like that, so we're gonna definitely start pumping the numbers on the challenge. So that is that. ADA is pumping. ADA is up like 5% right now, 4.8%, so that's very nice. Complete the M pattern and then watch it go nuclear the next 2 weeks. Yeah, maybe. Bitcoin dominance done forever. Maybe, I don't know, man. Altcoins are definitely you know, doing the steep. He said the Bitcoin dominance will go back to 60, since then it's just dropping non-stop. Maybe, I don't know, but you know, Benjamin Cohen is on-chain analyst. He's a mathematician, so his basis for analyzing the charts are based on mathematical models, and I don't think, you know, pure mathematical models are enough to analyze the charts. It might be good enough to analyze some kind of on-chain data, but I think the sentiment and the emotional, you know, bullishness versus bearishness is a lot more important to when we are analyzing the charts. trying to figure out the price. That's why we like the moons, guys. That's why I like the moons, because moons are not technical indicator. Moons are you know, sentiment indicator. So when you got this big full moon on the sky, something changes with our humans, you know. Through entire human history, there's always been a big fat moon up on the sky, and when that happens, you know, people become, you know, a lot more bullish, optimistic, think that something is gonna happen. So you know, it is ingrained in our you know, psychology and you know, our being, that you know, once we see these full moons, something happens to us. We become a lot more optimistic, a lot more, you know, bullish, if you want to say it that way. So you know, there's that. Let's see Selena. Yeah, let's see Selena. There it goes. Selena is on the chart, the goddess of the moon, guys, the goddess of the moon. So on this channel, of course, we believe in the moon, in the moons. And it's not a technical indicator, it's a sentiment indicator. So these three super moons on the downside are actually telling us that sentiment in the charts, or human sentiment, is changing from bearish to bullishness. Right now we had these three sentiment indicators down there. GOX happening in August, I heard. No one knows if people will dump all their coins or what will happen. Nobody will gonna dump their coins. They just hodled through 10 years of month goals. Somebody definitely said, but you know, how many coins are there? I think there is 100k coins or something. How many coins in MT GOX? And I think that's 140,000. It's nothing, guys. 141,000 coins is nothing. And you have to understand, these 141,000 coins are spread across a lot of people. I don't know how many people, but it's not just one guy that's holding 141 coins. Now, if all 141,000 coins would be, you know, spread on the market immediately, there will be a huge dump, but it won't be that way. Number one, you have to give the coins back. Number two, you know, they have to figure out what they're gonna do. There will definitely be some sell-off on the coins, because people, of course, you know, finally becoming rich, taking profits and stuff like that. Some people will wait and so forth. So for some people have a lot of coins, like 10-20k coins maybe, and they need to sell this over the counter, of course. And you know, people are using this as some kind of FUD, that 150 is too much to crash. Yeah, no, it's not too much. It's not too much. 141k times the price now is around 25k, right? It's only 3.5 billion. It's nothing. It's a drop in the ocean, guys. 3.5 billion, it is a lot, but it's a drop in the ocean. And people are using this as some kind of FUD. Oh, it's gonna drop down in August. There will definitely be some kind of sell-off, of course, but it won't be like, oh, we're going down to 0 or 15k or something like that. It won't drop like 50% on the day. You gotta understand that, right? There will be normal slow move down, because people will, you know, get new coins. There will be sell-off. We can look for this when they start, you know, giving it out, to see if the patterns are becoming a little bit more bearish, if the sell-off is happening, and then use that sell-off to maybe short the market a little bit towards downside. But overall, you know, you have to understand that this is right now being used as some kind of FUD, right? So, you know, be careful about that. Don't fall for the FUD. Believe in Bitcoin, believe in the moons, and so forth, right? Luna dropped 80k coins and market crashed. Luna dropped, but you have to understand. Let's see up here, Luna Tether up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame up here. Luna start dropping at 2nd of May, and let's go to Bitcoin over here. April, May up here, 2nd May up here. So I wouldn't say this move down here on Luna, right? These 2 weeks on Luna, when Luna crashed down here, you know, you could say that, oh, Luna caused the crash. Luna didn't cause the crash. It was already kind of priced in. We already kind of knew that this is gonna go towards downside. If you remember that, guys, if you remember up here, right up here, we start selling how bad. We start saying how bad this actually is. Let me show you that. Up here, if you go to my channel, we started talking about the big crash and warning people that, you know, this is gonna right now the big emergency. Do you remember the emergency, guys? Let me find the emergency for you. Where is it? You see these emergency videos, and we started making emergency videos. Wait, here. This is not a drill. This is the first video 3 months ago, April 22nd. So April 22nd, let's go to the daily time frame up here. Let's remove you know, everything from the chart so you can see April 22nd, right up here, right? April 21st, 22nd, right up here. We start before everybody else. We said this is the worst thing that can actually happen, and we said this is starting going towards downside. We made the video called where did the video go? Emergency. This is not a drill. Bitcoin losing support, and it was on 22nd. And after that, we made a lot of videos. Emergency videos. You know, day of the reckoning and stuff like that, right? Because we kind of knew already that this was a lot. You know, when we started going towards upside here, we already knew that if we pull back right now, it's gonna be very, very bad, because we are already bad, and we need somehow to get some kind of bullishness towards upside. But when we lost bullishness towards downside here, you know, we already knew that this is, you know, super bad move and something's gonna happen. So when Luna happened, Luna pulled, when Luna pulled towards downside, it was kind of already, we already knew that Bitcoin was gonna go down. You know, it was already priced in. The fact that Luna went down, you know, people are saying that Luna pulled down the Bitcoin. It didn't pull down the Bitcoin. Everything went down. You know, Luna was just, you know, side crash or whatever you want to call it. So I wouldn't say that Luna actually pulled down Bitcoin. I would say that, you know, Bitcoin pulled down everything and crashed Luna. If anything. Okay, guys, let's go to the charts and see what's happening with Bitcoin over here a little bit. This is a bear market rally. If you're buying right now, you're exit liquidity, sell, or if not sell, at least don't buy. No. Exit liquidity is a little bit higher up. We don't think this is exit liquidity just yet. Take the lady off the screen. Oh, sorry. I always forget. Enough of Selena, can see it moved. Doesn't matter, guys. You understand? You got the point. On 22nd, before the 22nd of April, we already knew the stuff is gonna, the stuff is already gonna go down big time. Got this block you. Yeah, doesn't matter. I just showed you the video, guys. There was the video up here. I don't know if you saw it. This is not a drill. This is the video, right? In this video was made on the 22nd of April. If you look at the chart up here, 22nd of April, where was that? Up here. This is the 22nd of April, right over here. We already knew the stuff is gonna go down. So the Luna did not pull down Bitcoin. Bitcoin pulled down Luna. That's my message. There are still people out there. Bitcoin will go down. That means we are still lower levels. No. History says we're due for a mini bull and bear, but still doing the math, 56k wouldn't be bad for 2023 local top. I'm looking for right now some kind of pivot top right now. We are not at the quite there yet, so we're gonna see that. We like the moons. Yeah, we like the moons. There we go, the central plan in the chat. The Luna Foundation became forced seller of Bitcoin when it crashed, so it goes both ways. I don't know, you could say that, but there was a lot more selling than 80k BTC that Luna actually crashed on the market. I mean, there has been a lot more selling than 80k. What do you think about Crypto Crew University? No clue what that is. Okay, let's look at it right now at Bitcoin and what's Bitcoin actually doing up here, so this video doesn't take up 2 days. We are still in some kind of rising wedge up here. Now the most important, the most interesting right now level that I'm looking at is this 2-day chart up here on the 50 moving average up here. You can see we are hitting that 50 moving average right now with a little bit of extension. I think we're gonna break it. And it's only a matter of time when we are actually gonna break it. If you look at this on the daily chart, something like this, maybe a give or take over here, you'll see that it corresponds very nicely with the tops up here. Maybe if you pull it a little bit on the downside. Oh my god, I need to reload this again because for some reason it just stops working. Yesterday I thought it was my keyboard, but it wasn't the keyboard, it's TradingView. So up here, let's pop the moving averages on the chart as well, and maybe it's a little bit down here, maybe it's a little bit up here, give or take. Maybe something like this. There we go. Maybe this is the line, but right now we are coming to some kind of top up here, and we had a bearish candle up here, this shooting star doji. But you can see that even during this I don't know why it doesn't work. It works now. It works now. Yeah, it works now. Okay, I don't know what happens with trading. With trading is kind of, you know, messy for some reason sometimes. We might have, you know, maybe it's this one up here. It really doesn't matter. There is some kind of line up here. There's some kind of line up here. It's coming very close to this top up here. You can see here the 50 moving average. I would say the 50 moving average right now is most important right now to watch for. This is the 50 moving average, not on the daily chart, but on 2-day chart, and that's what I'm looking for, a resistance. We still don't have anything that's saying right now that we are any way, shape or form bearish. If you look this at 2-day chart, let's go to 3-day chart, just get these stops very nicely. What you're gonna see here, there is no divergence on the chart, like everything looks nice. This is slowly, you know, getting the pace towards upside. I think as soon as we break this level towards upside, this is just gonna explode towards upside. So we are very close to that. Right now we had 3, 4, 6, how many times? 3, 6, 8, 9 days of bullishness. So maybe a small consolidation here before we actually break this towards upside. It does look very bullish. So I'm guessing maybe next week already, you know, maybe start of the week, maybe end of the week, we might actually break this towards upside. This might actually explode and, you know, be very bullish move for Bitcoin. And I don't see that much bearishness, guys. I gotta tell you, I don't see much bearishness. This is 3-day chart. 2-day chart has this small momentum loss, but it's getting above the zero line. So when you look at a MACD on the 2-day chart, even that looks nice. My own oscillator down here, overextend indicator, overextend oscillator up down here doesn't show any kind of overextension. It's just slowly moving towards the upside. There is literally nothing wrong with the chart over here. Slow loss in momentum down here, over here. So we pull back, we consolidate a little bit right now, increasing the momentum towards upside. Everything looks nice, guys. Everything looks nice when it comes to indicators. There is definitely nothing right now that says there is any way, shape, form. When you look at indicators that say that, you know, we should dump. There is no reason to dump. There is reason for some kind of pullbacks, you know, short-term pullbacks on 1 hourly, 4 hourly, you know, moving back to the you know, moving averages. But right now, the way I see it, I think this is gonna explode towards the upside. You have to also take into consideration that we are looking for at the supermoon right now. We got a supermoon and we got all of the indicators not showing any kind of shape or form, any kind of bearishness. We hit already some kind of bottom. We are slowly climbing towards the upside. Not only climbing towards the upside, but we are increasing the speed towards the upside. So if you look up here on the chart, what you're gonna see is that Bitcoin right now is increasing the speed towards the upside up here right now. Slowly but steadily it's increasing speed up here. So maybe right now it's gonna increase even further speed towards the upside up here, right? It goes this way and then it increases speed up there. Right now might be increasing, you know, so it's increasing the speed towards the upside. It is very bullish and very good. So these increases in speed, they attempt to follow certain patterns and some kind of channels, and once these channels gets broken towards the upside, they explode. So what I'm looking for right now is this line up here. Once we break this line up here towards the upside, this is gonna explode. So right now it's not exploded just yet. Let's go back to the moving averages and indicators up here. Move the moving averages for a second and just look at the volume. What you're gonna see here is that we still don't have a big volume breakout yet. The volume has, you know, during this accumulation phase, volume has been going towards downside, but I think as soon as we start breaking towards up here, you will see a volume spike. That volume spike is gonna be very nice. Now that volume spike might get a lot of people, you know, FOMO'd in, and it just might go towards upside. We might zoom in here in a second and look at a little bit on, you know, 4 hourly and 1 hour chart and see how this is actually gonna play out. But it does look like that this is gonna break towards the upside. It does look like this is gonna break towards the upside. It does look very bullish. I also talked about yesterday about how, you know, the mainstream media right now saying, you know, oh my god, you know, this girl made 250% in the last 3 years, or Bitcoin has bottomed out. JP Morgan comes out and says 2 days ago, oh, Bitcoin has bottomed out. So they want mainstream media right now to get this exit liquidity that people are talking about, right? So I think we are definitely gonna have a move towards the upside up here or over here, where we will get this mainstream and people to start FOMOing in onto Bitcoin. Bitcoin's back on the 30k. Oh, FOMO, and then we're gonna have a bigger pull towards downside. The reason I'm saying that is because we need, like we said yesterday, we need this pivot point that we are looking for, right? We are looking for this move up here to create some kind of pivot point on the chart, right? We want some kind of pivot point to create that pivot point. Once this pivot point created, then we're gonna have a longer move towards downside, where we're gonna have a secondary accumulation zone, and then maybe towards upside. So I am, you know, I said this is gonna be 3 to 6 months accumulation zone. Maybe it's right now this 2 months. This is the accumulation zone. We're gonna go up, and then we're gonna get secondary accumulation zone also in 2-3 months or something like that, and then go towards upside. So it might be, you know, several accumulation zones, you know, before we move towards upside. Over here in 2018, right, we had accumulation zone that lasted, how long this lasts? This is a daily chart. From the, you know, I would say up here, you know, started down here. All people already started buying down here at under 30. This lasts 126 bars. 30, 30, 60, yeah, 4 months accumulation. From the bottom itself, it lasts like 3 months, 3-4 months. So 4 months this accumulation zone lasted. Then we had a big move towards the upside. Then there was a huge sell-off down here. Huge sell-off, and I think this down here was accumulation zone as well, where we started to go upside. And I always tell people that I think that this move was actually supposed to go towards the upside, but you know, Corona happened, then we had a black swan event. We came right back up there, consolidated up here, started going up here, pulled back above the line, and then continued towards the upside. But I think that this was already, you know, maybe it was, you know, we are supposed to have a small move towards downside before we continue towards the upside. But I think this was, you know, accumulation zone with a move towards the upside, maybe, you know, and then another accumulation zone up here or something like that. So there might be several accumulation zones at certain levels. You know, this doesn't have to be one accumulation zone at, you know, 6 or 9 months accumulation zone and then all the way up to the moon. It might be, you know, one accumulation zone, second accumulation zone, something like that, right? And then go towards the upside. That's how it actually works, you know. But how it actually plays out, I don't know, guys. I'm always gonna tell you, you know, we're looking at a chart, we are predicting what might happen. It might be this, it might be that, and you know, whoever gets it right, you know, gets the bragging rights. But you know, there are different kind of tops, there are different kind of bottoms, there are different kind of, you know, accumulations and reduced distribution phases. There are different kind of moves, and you know, 2 down moves can be, you know, totally different, but both are down moves. Some might go very straight down, some might bleed down, some might go a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, but you know, the target is still the same. Target is still the same for all the moves, but they play out a little bit differently depending on different you know, stuff. This also is going to play out a little differently. Will it play out like 2014 or 2018, or you know, it's totally different different setup right now that we haven't seen before. You know, that might happen. Just like right now we had some kind of double top on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin when everybody was expecting some kind of blow off top. We didn't get a parabolic blow off top, we got a double top, and that this never happened before, but you know, it was still some kind of top, right? So we're gonna see how this actually play out. But right now, you know, accumulation phase, and I'm right now looking to break this accumulation phase towards the upside. And once this accumulation phase is actually broken up here towards the upside, technically this accumulation phase is finished. Once this accumulation phase is finished, you will see, I think we will see some kind of rapid move towards the upside, where a lot of people will FOMO in. Might even be some parabolic move up there. There will be, I think there will be some kind of parabolic, you know, some kind of top up here where we will get distribution phase up here, and then you know, at the bottom we will get some kind of accumulation phase again on the downside. I just saw, I think a little bit earlier, I don't know from where, I think it was from Telegram chat, somebody posted. Let me see if I can see that. Somebody posted this a little bit earlier today. Where was it? Somebody posted this a little bit earlier today. Did they remove it? I think they removed it. I don't know why. Why would you remove it? Yeah, I think they removed the thumbnail. I don't know why, but you know, they still did. So, and no, let me see up here. Oh, there. No, it's gone. I don't know why it's gone. Why would you remove stuff, man? It was nice chart. It was a nice chart, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was showing the heat map. Let me see if I can find it up here. Bitcoin heat map. Not this one. It was something like this, right? And it was showing these big, I don't know if you can see it up here. Let's find out. Bitcoin heat map. Can you find a heat map up here? Latest. Yeah, so it was something like this, but you know, you see these lines below, these are, you know, buy orders, right? And they were showing that in 2018 the same thing happened. There were a lot of buy orders below the 3K price, and you know, right now the same thing is happening, so they assume. But you know, there is always buy orders below the price, guys. You have to understand, there is always buy orders below the price. Doesn't matter what kind of price it is, where it is, there is always a huge chunk of buy orders right up there. There's huge buy orders. There are huge buy orders right there, and then right now there are huge buy orders over here. So heat map will always show that. It just the way, you know, market makers are putting their orders, then there will always be a lot. And there is always, of course, always, even when you look at a heat map, there is always a bunch of sell orders right above very, very important levels of resistance, because you know, that's where people put their sell orders. Now we never look at heat map or order books and something like that, because these things can just be moved lower and these things can just be moved higher. It costs you $0 to put one order, limit order up or something like that. So it's not something that we can get any kind of, you know, useful information from. But people say right now that, you know, there is a lot of orders down there, that's why it's bottom. Some say there's a lot of orders there, so that's why we got to go down. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So there is that. Heat map. Now heat map. Heat, like you know, fire. Heat map. It's crap, basically crap. I'm not trying to shill heat map, but I saw somebody post that. You're in a usual spot. Mladen is in the chat. Hi Mladen, how you doing, man? Good morning. Chart does look like it's poised for some parabolic move down the line. Who has money to buy Bitcoin right now, TLI? I got money. I got like 20% more. I did not buy altcoins bit. I was waiting for a move down. I was waiting for a bigger move down. I didn't get my move down, guys. I did not get my move down. I was looking back to these levels up here to, you know, scoop up the altcoins. Unfortunately, did not buy. So, you know, I'm still 20% in cash and still not buying. I need to allocate my cash into altcoin, but I'm like, nope, I'm gonna wait. And then I'm gonna FOMO in once the brace, you know, towards the upside. But what I might do is, you know, I might, take this 30% and just, you know, buy right now or something like that over the weekend. And if it breaks towards the upside, the first stop I might sell those those 20%, and then when it goes actually down, then buy again. But the rest of the portfolio, the 80%, I'm not touching, you know, until 2-3 years. There was a move down that just didn't get to where we expected. Yeah, there was a move down, but I was kind of expecting a little bit bigger moves. Like this one, I expect a little bit lower. This here, I was expecting a little bit. But every time it goes down, it doesn't go down that much. Don't buy yet. Will. But Bitcoin at 60K. Yeah, I'm not gonna be exit liquidity for anybody. Someone posted a good chart. 2 minutes later, it's crap. Carp. There was a move down, just will it get moved down? I will get my move down, but I will get my move down from 30K down to 26K down here again, so there's that. Traders reality always show liquidity above and below, and that doesn't matter. Yeah, it might do that. There is always liquidity, right? There is always liquidity. The question is what kind of liquidity it is, right? Sell liquidity or buy liquidity. Like over here, I think there's a lot of buyers up here. I don't think there's a lot of sellers. I don't know if you guys remember, we said that down here there's a huge amount of liquidity, right? We said we need to go down here to pick up the liquidity. And the liquidity that we are talking about is actually sell liquidity, the panic liquidity, right? So when big players wanna, you know, came down here, picked up all of the liquidity up here, because first we went up here, right? And then we crossed certain levels up, you know, we had, you know, a lot of people bought here, and we went down first time up here. There was a lot of liquidity here, so they picked up this liquidity, sell off up here at top, and then we, you know, went back down again up here. But right now there is not as much as liquidity down here as there is over here, because there was a lot of buyers on these two moves up here, but not as much as up here, right? So there was less buyers, but there was still buyers, and there was a lot of liquidity that picked up. But they knew that there are still like hardcore, you know, hodlers. They're not selling, ever selling. So they knew once we go below these levels on the downside, they will start selling. And we went down there, and you know, they picked up all the liquidity down. Now there is still a lot of liquidity down here, over here, but it's really hard to push the price down. So the question is, you know, how willing are they to push the price even lower down here into this area to pick up that liquidity? Because there will definitely be people who are gonna be selling if Bitcoin falls back below 20k again, or 18 or 15k. They will panic sell again, you know. But how much of that liquidity is there again? Right now they picked up a lot of liquidity up here, and I think we need a move towards upside, just like over here. Move, you know, might maybe have 2 moves upside, 1 move upside. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but I think that it might be a new move, because a lot of people bought here, so they want to sell some kind of tops up here, and then maybe another move down here again, you know, pick up the liquidity again, and then go towards upside. So that's the liquidity, you know, analysis or something like that, right? But there is always liquidity below levels and above levels. Doesn't mean that we necessarily have to go there. You can analyze that, and you can say that, you know, liquidity down here is a lot more important than this liquidity down here, because you know, we don't have that much on-chain data or exchange data, right? We might get some kind of dexes and exchange data, but you need these sell orders, you need these liquidation prices, you need all of this information, and only the market makers and exchanges and, you know, big guys with big money with good connections have this data, and they know exactly how much they can actually expect to gain from this. They know how much they can expect to gain from this, and so forth. So we don't know. We know there is money to, you know, we know if we go down, people will be selling, so you know, you can load up, but you know, how much, we don't know. So there is that. We don't know, but you know, but seeing this big move towards downside up here, you know, and right now you know, slow accumulation towards upside up here looks more promising. Crap. Turned up to 18k. We have already been to 18k. There is nothing, there is no liquidity. It's only liquidity is only right now, the way I see it's only below 18k down here somewhere, right? But you know, whether we're gonna go down and pick that up as well, I don't know. There is always liquidity on the downside, but how much, you know, short term people holding short-term Bitcoin, you know, buying and selling, they are best way to get liquidity from, because you know, if you pull it down, these people will sell. But long-term holders that bought Bitcoin down at, you know, 2k or something like that down here, they might be on a holding forever or something like that. I don't know. Gotta watch Wall Street though. Yo mate, long time no. Yo Deep, how you doing, man? How you doing? So it does look good, guys. I'm looking right now, you know, to break this towards upside. I think they might be, you know, start of the weekend, the next week. Maybe, just maybe, there might be some kind of a pull towards downside up here, but it looks like this is gonna break towards upside. I think the best move right now, because we are a little bit extended up here, best move right now, best entry position right now might have been down here. But if this for whatever reason moves down with the wick back to these lines down here, this is gonna be a legendary long position, at least the way I see it right now. Now if we start breaking this on the downside, we might have a bigger move down and then look for a pump towards upside. But the way I see it, if this for whatever reason starts moving towards downside down here, might be very nice long positions on altcoins and Bitcoin and everything else. So that's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna look for long positions, you know, in trading today, and see how we get. Hex, crypto, PHEX, EHEX, blockchain nodes, Pulse chain. Yeah, when is Pulse chain coming? It said like 2 months, then 2 months. Like, I don't know when Pulse chain is coming, man. I'm waiting for Pulse chain. Bookman shows liquidity, longs and shorts. Bookmake shorts shows orders. Orders are not liquidity. Liquidation points it might be liquidity. Maybe even order book might show liquidity. And but then when you're trying to figure out, down here, if we pull down here, who is gonna sell? I think there are definitely analysts who are actually looking at this. If we pull down here, how much liquidations can we get? How low can we push the price down? How many of these short-term holders, penny cans sellers are there? How many people will sell? So you can calculate kind of how much Bitcoin you can actually get if you pull in that area, right? But this is mathematical analysis. We are not there. But I'm guessing there is definitely somebody doing the calculations. If we push it below this level, how much can we stake up on Bitcoin and stuff like that? I mean, if I was a hedge manager, I would hire biggest mathematicians I could find and tell them, here's the price. Here's the on-chain data. Figure out if we go below certain price, how much Bitcoin can we actually buy? Because if you try to buy Bitcoin, this happen, right? If you try to stake up with Bitcoin, this happens. Just goes higher and higher. So you wanna buy Bitcoin while the Bitcoin is going down. While people are selling, you wanna buy Bitcoin, right? When Pulse Chain is ready, it will launch. But until then, the Pulse Chain meme coins are going off. PLST, PLSF, wow, I didn't even know, but yeah, I'm guessing the meme coins should, I missed our live trade wins, always love excitement moving, yeah, it will come back, Hey man, did you watch Cuban interview about Dogecoin? I have more utility in the Cardano, your thoughts? Did not watch that, man. I would love to see that, because there is no way. Why? You know what, Cuban guy is, I think he is a little bit, Dogecoin has more potential application than Cardano. Mark Cuban. I think he's trying to FUD Cardano because he's trying to stake up on Cardano. I think that's what he's doing. You gotta understand, these rich guys, especially billionaires, right? They know how the game works. If they, number one, maybe they figured it out themselves, but more likely they know other billionaires, other people in crypto with good connections, telling them how stuff works. The FUD works. You know it's gonna go up eventually, but right now you wanna buy. You don't wanna tell people, oh my, Cardano is so good, it's gonna go to 100k. You tell them that once you staked up. He didn't buy enough. He wants to buy more. He's FUDing Cardano, right? He's FUDing Cardano. The billionaire says he views on Cardano likes adoption, market caps, and Dogecoin on a recent podcast. He's FUDing Cardano, guys. He's FUDing Cardano. He wants to buy Cardano. He's buying Cardano. Market makers use AI bots to move price. It's very hard to beat them. No, it's very easy to beat them. Like if you try to beat them on 1 minute chart, it's very hard. But if you try to beat them on one daily or weekly chart, you can beat them easily. No problem. We need some winning trades, 400 million. Yeah, we need some winning trades, so definitely gonna go do that. Anyways, guys, right now you know what I'm looking at, what I'm expecting, what I'm looking at. Maybe some kind of small move up here, that would be the best case scenario, and then towards the upside. No 1 minute chart long. No 1 minute chart. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying around. Hit the like button on the way up. Subscribe to the Qcoin, guys. Join Qcoin. Get the gems, guys. Get the gems, because this accumulation phase is running out of steam, and you gotta get the gems. And gems, you can't get gems on Bybit. You can't get gems on FTX. You can't get gems. Some gems you can get on Binance, but Binance is too big. Only way you can get the gems is DEXs and Qcoin. Qcoin is for small caps, guys. See you around, guys. Bye bye.